So I'll be honest, I looked cute a few minutes ago, but I stepped outside and in Portland, this is what happens when you do your hair. It's finally cooling down again and the heat wave has subsided. So we're on to the full moon for July, and this is a big month for me because it's my birthday. So those of you that follow me on Instagram know that I'm having my huge 50% off sale to celebrate my birthday. And the catch, the extra gift for you, 50% off now and 50% off later. I'll be sending you a coupon code via email to enjoy an additional 50% off in the future whenever you're ready to purchase again. So I thank you all for the orders and for celebrating my birthday with me. It's a it's not like a huge year, but it's a big year for me growth wise. So while I'm not turning 21 or 30 or 40, I'm turning 32. It's a big year for progress. I really have I'm gonna get choked up here in a minute, but I've just grown a lot, and I think those that know me have seen it, and it's it's exciting. So, and I'm excited to see the growth in everybody else. I see it in all of your charts. We're stepping away from some darker times, and like every one of us are coming into this new future that's full of hope. So long as we remain optimistic, so long as we continue working, and so long as we keep trying to be authentic because we're trying to be someone we're not all too often. Every different minute of the day, we're trying to please someone in a different fashion, and we're just not being true to ourselves. And that rings true for this reading so much. In this reading is about falling back in line with yourself. And as far as the individual reports go, I did those blind this week. So I wrote the reports. I automatic write. Those that know me in my youth, perhaps I think my sister knows, some of you know how I journal, and that's how I do it. It's just straight from source. Da, 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 da. Symbolism and what I learned in my whole life is also incorporated as a bit of coaching, I would say. So that's how my readings are. If you've ever ordered one from me, you know how I roll. If you look at my daily story, you know how I do it. I'm not this beautiful every morning. No, this took about an hour. Let's be honest, it took about two because these eyebrows, this weather, I can't stand it. I'm ready to get them tattooed on. Hook a sister up. So, anyways, it's my birthday month. It's a great month for all of you, and I'm excited to share that with all of you because that's what cancer is all about, helping, healing, nurturing. But we got to take it back because this full moon is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is a manager, micromanager, if you ask me. But this full moon is in Capricorn in Western, Sagittarius in Vedic. That's how I do the initial spirit led collective reading. So I'm going to go into that now, then get into the readings. I think it's going to be a short week. The information was just pretty straight and to the point, nothing fluffed up. I didn't really not that I fluff things up. I just didn't have a whole lot to say to everybody. I think we're doing the work, and what more can I say? I guess I'm being redundant a little bit when I say if you do good, you're going to get good. If you think good, you're going to get good. And we talk about it in this reading, so let's get into it today. July's full moon is going to be a little tricky, okay? It's got this mix of responsibility for ourselves. Sure, we want to take back our power. We want to love and nurture ourselves. Yet we're still so motivated to help and nurture and lead others. It's been hard. It's been very hard to manage the care and duty to self and keep the commitment, much less, relationships alive with other people. And especially if you run your own brand, business, online website, support groups, whatever it is, it's like, oh Lord, I need some time. They need some time. They need me. I need me. How can I be in both places at once? So, it's a power struggle, but so long as you find a balance that works for you, that's healthy for you, we're coming full circle with some of these struggles. So we should know by now what we need to do. That's what these retrogrades are all about: resituating, redoing, renewing. I always suggest it like this: you're given a test paper back and they marked some wrong areas, but it's not multiple choice, so you don't know really which one to pick next, but it is sort of that easy. You do know what's the other option, and you're just avoiding it. You're not doing it. So get with the program. Okay. Anyways, find that balance, find out what works for you and not against you. Because if you can't be present with yourself, how the hell are you present with other people? People wonder how I can do all this what all of the stuff that I do. They question me. They think I'm gonna get burnout. Yes, some weeks I'm tired, but you know what? Because I work for myself, some weeks I take off and things take a little longer. So I didn't think that was a bounce. That's not healthy for me. So I found out what I could do. The daily reports, the new and full moon readings, bounce my schedule appropriately with the recorded readings and the live readings with all of you that are being purchased through you, and then get my orders done in a timely fashion. So I'm happy to say, oh my God, look at this. There's not 40, there's maybe 20 here. I normally have a good 40 orders I'm sitting on trying to do and manage and juggle, but I'm getting it together. Y'all need to get it together. And it's like we're so giving and generous. That's the other thing. I was giving this away, that away, doing this, doing that. We got to take our power back, and we're overcommitting. And you know what it is? We gotta learn to say some motherfucking N-O. You know, why do you have to say yes to everybody? Who are you pleasing at the end of the day? Because is it pleasing to you to try to please everybody else? Because it might have started out like that, like, oh, I feel really good. I can do all this for everybody. But at the end of the day, if you're depleted, okay, scale back. Time to cut it out. If it's not empowering you, if it's not impacting you, it's not impacting them. Let me on. It's no no good deed works out that way. No favor is that way. It shouldn't feel like a burden. It shouldn't feel like a chore. You need to scale back and do something else. If that's what you think is doing more, it's not. It's really not. So you need to learn to say no. You're becoming also hot-headed, impatient, irritable, and fatigued, and irritated by everybody else due to your own bullshit, your own actions. You really only have yourself to blame. Okay, what is this hair doing? Okay, you really only have yourself to blame though. So let's just level with one another right now, and you're putting the whole thing off. You know what you need to do. You know who you need to stop trying to please, giving your money to, giving your time to, giving your energy to. I don't care if it's your motherfucking kids. Scale back. Nobody deserves to deplete you of you, what you have, your essence, what you have to give. If you don't have that to give, who are you? Stop, okay? It's like enough with the show already too. If you think everybody thinks you got it together, you're trying to do this much, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, you're fucking looking like a hot mess. I'm honest about it. I tell people what's going on. You can't try to do it all either. So you need to scale back, delegate. That's what a Capricorn is good at. Managing others. Not that I like to tell people to do that, but if you're in your power, you might be able to suggest to others what needs to be done to keep things going, especially in a household, business, work, relationships, friendships, whatever it may be. And also, because you're so tired, you're so spent, you're overdoing it, you're working on yourself, you're crying, you're emotional. It's some cancer. Everybody's like so over this cancer. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay. But it's like we're gonna blow up and say something, do something out of turn, out of line, and it's not gonna be pleasant because here's what's gonna happen. You're going to say this or do that, and it's going to affect somebody else, and you're not going to have thought about the repercussions of your actions, your words, whatever it may be. And it's going to cost you something, either shame, guilt, embarrassment, but it could cost you a job, a friendship, a lover, if you say something because you're feeling a certain way temporarily because of you and your own actions. These people are going to be tired of it. So it's time you wake up now, snap out of it, and get back in line with your divine self and do for yourself so that you're not so tired and exhausted and wasting all your energy on everybody else and then participating like a poor sport because you're tired and fatigued and wore out. You said yes, you obligated yourself to this. So watch out for hot-headed interactions with jobs, friendships, or some other sort of relationship you've been working on. And this could be the other way. It could be someone coming at you. So maybe be understanding, maybe be a little sympathetic. But then again, I understand you and what you're saying. You're tired of this person, and if you keep yielding to this action or behavior, if you keep allowing it, they're never going to change. So I don't know what side of this you're on, either the overdoer and you're exhausted or the underdoer and you're tired. Like maybe you need to do more. I don't know. I don't know. You saw how I flipped that though. Can go either way. You need to work on it though. Balance, a lot of balance. Do more for yourself so that you can be everything to everybody else. If you're type A and you think you got this shit together most of the time, and then this cancer came up, this cancer season came up, and it was like, oh my God, don't have any energy. I feel so worn out. Nobody loves me. I don't love myself. Oh my God, what's my past like? If you're all worried about that right now, you need to stop and settle down and do some reflecting and work on yourself. Um, you know, so if you do say something out of line and you feel confident with it, you need to be ready to feel those repercussions for what you've said. Yes, everybody might be thinking it and feeling it and whatever, but why do you got to be the one to say it? So just well, don't say it. Just don't say it or do it. Just walk away, okay? You definitely want more freedom, but it's like until you can learn the words NO, set some boundaries, and like understand that freedom, it doesn't come giving yourself away, that it comes with reserving yourself, understanding yourself, knowing what you should or shouldn't get into. There's freedom and flexibility in saying no because it gives you time for other things. So stop saying yes to everyone else and everything else, okay? Stop it. Um, you don't know it all. That's a big one coming up right now. We are getting to these levels of ascension and these plateaus that we feel like we can tell other people how it is. We can, like, even me telling you this, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't suggest you follow me too thoroughly or anybody too thoroughly. I I gained all this in my life because I listened and looked within. I did the ugly, gross work. I lost 100 pounds. I quit doing drugs that were really, really damaging habitually. I quit doing them in a manner that was unhealthy. I'm not for not drug use. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. But I'm just saying, I cleaned up my act and I looked within. I didn't look outward. I mean, I read a few books. I looked at a few Instagrams. But I didn't really fall down a hole because when you fall into somebody else's path, you're not taking your own. So stop with the whatever I would call it, the trying to be somebody, some other guru. Be your own guru, okay? But you don't know it all. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's a lot we can still learn and listen and look from within to understand ourselves better. So don't go thinking you know it all. Stop holding these grudges from the past. People just like you have changed. So I can look back at my past and I can think, okay, I did some shitty things to some people, to myself, to the universe, to the world at large. I did some horrible things. But I can say 100% with conviction right now, I am not who I was back then. How could I possibly be? I mean, unless I've not made all these changes. But I can't look at myself in the mirror and say I haven't made these changes. So unless you haven't made these changes, quit beating yourself up over your past. Let it go. Drop it. Stop talking down to yourself. So that inner dialogue, we need to spruce that up. What you think and what you say and what you're doing, it's all in line with what spirit is giving you. So you need to think and do and get and give and all of this better and in a different alignment because you can't just pretend on the outside and have a different mindset. This is the brains of the operation. This is the control center, and your stomach is like the manager telling you what to do. This we often listen to too much, but you've got to get all of these in sync. So stop the inner dialogue that's unhealthy for you. And this is another one. Listen to this. I don't hear you, but I feel you. Stop talking shit about other people in your head. If you've got something constructive to say to them and you're their friend and you can approach them, do it. But let me tell you right now, soul to soul, we are leveling up and rising up, and people can feel and understand and tell when you're doing shit behind their back anymore. It's not, there's a lot of frenemies, I will say it, and with the whole advent of social media. If you don't like a person, why the fuck are you following their page? If you don't like a person, why are you commenting on their stuff and making judgment and doing this, that, and the other on their platforms? If you don't like a person, why are you going out of your way to look at them and see what they're doing and what's going on in their day to day? Get in your own goddamn lane anymore, people. Quit worrying about other people. Worry about yourself. Quit wondering what Billy Joe and Bobby Sue are doing from high school. You know what? Because it doesn't goddamn matter. What matters is what are you doing now? What can you do better tomorrow? What can you do today to better tomorrow? I'm tired of it. The the outer looks good. Everybody's looking good in their yoga pants, on their platforms, doing whatever. But what's going on in the inside? I think we cleaned up in the inside, then we got busy on the outside, and we lost, we didn't keep track of the inside, something. So then it gets to this negative prophecy. So if you think bad and you expect bad and you're expecting the worst, you're bound to get that because that's all you'll be focused on. So when that opportunity, when that chance, when that good stuff comes around, you're going to be so focused on whatever's going bad or whatever didn't come or whatever you wish came or whatever the hell it might be that you missed the opportunity entirely. You were so focused on the lack. You weren't like interested in the abundance. We cannot judge the package. I say this all the time. Spirit comes in his own way. It's symbolism, it's divine, it's a lot of different ways to decipher it, but you need to understand it a little better and realize it's not exactly the shape and whatever you want, unless you're just trying to manifest something specific. That's the other thing. Get specific. Get a journal. What are you doing on your new moons? If you're not really illuminating anything on these full moons, then I don't think you're planting seeds and doing anything on the new moons. So check back with my full moon or my new moon videos. Whatever you got to do, get a journal. Get something going on because this isn't going to be enough after a while. I can only tell you for so long what to do or about your chart or about your sign or whatever, but after that, unless you're going to empower yourself and quit victimizing yourself and change and not realize, or excuse me, and realize you don't have it all together or you don't know it all or this, that, and the other, I don't really think you need to watch these videos because then they're not really serving you anyways. So whatever it may be, I'm kind of all over the place today, but that's just how this energy has been. Anyways, you need to connect with your family or try more, work on your beliefs and values more. What is your day to day like? Why is it getting so chaotic inside? Why aren't you looking back within? Did you quit your meditation? Did you quit your candlelight practice? Did you quit your journaling? Why aren't we so centered anymore to handle these shakeups? So get back in touch with yourself. What rituals have you stopped doing? What inner work have you stopped doing? Take things down a notch so you can take things up a notch on the inside. It's enough on the outside. Look at you guys. I don't look like this every day. I don't do my makeup like this every day. Although I think I look really cute. I kind of think I look young and youthful, whatever, like I did when I was a kid, and it's going to be my birthday on Monday, so I'm just like, yay, me, whatever. But this isn't every day. We got to get an every day that's healthy and sustainable and easy to do. I have like pajama pants on, so get real with what you're looking at, level with yourself on so many different levels. Anyways, enjoy some good friends, fun times, relaxing music, and really look back on the past as like, shit, I went through that, I've done that, and laugh and enjoy it and see how far you've grown and come. And don't get and dwell on it and feel ashamed and don't feel deserving, because you totally are deserving if you've been doing the work. I had like a little froggy in my throat. So as I said, I did these blind. So I wrote them and then I attached the sign to them. So they're in the book in order now, but I had wrote them originally without really a biased opinion because I wasn't really aware of the sign. I was just sort of writing 12 different scopes out. So anyways, Aries, it ended up being the start for you. The start, as in the seed, the plant. Something is being initiated. There's lots of action going on and much more to happen. Things are being illuminated. Lots of inner work and outer work exposed, stuff you've done, stuff you haven't done, stuff you're ready to do. There's moves you're ready to make for sure. Big moves, bold moves. You definitely need to surrender to your fate though. And by that I mean, okay, so you've come this far, you've done this, that, and the other. Now be patient with yourself and wait a moment and see what comes after all this work that you've been doing. Or not, because your fate, this is going to come one way or the other. So wait things out. Look at things retrospectively, introspectively, outwardly, if you can. Look at things from this perspective of omnipresence almost, and all of the angles, and then let go and or sacrifice what you have to move on in the direction you need to. A sacrifice may be required. That's what I wrote here. But when you let go, we all know this, or if you follow me, you know this, when we let go, we have room to hold on to more. If I'm holding on to this so tightly, it's suffocating, it's smothering. Why? It's almost like a control thing. But if you can let go, you can actually let things come in and out of your life. That's with money, that's with abundance, that's with health, wealth, and happiness, that's with joy and love, everything. So don't try to force or control the outcome. Work on your personal control. That's all spirit is requiring of you right now. Don't take care of the mess everywhere around you. Just pick one thing and work on it, finish it, do it right, and get it done. Okay. So then, this idea of spirit's looking for you, that doesn't come up much. So you need to connect with your angels and guides and anybody here that you know that you can trust to sort of open up to, your guides, your angels, all of them. You can birth new blessings out of all of this chaos. You really, really, really can. There's going to be so much fertile ground pretty soon if it's not there already. So just plant these seeds of intention properly, line them up, space them out, get them in there. It's they're not going to plant themselves, so you need to do this. Okay, my hair is bothering me. Okay. Anyways, I'm on to Taurus, but I used to be that girl though that couldn't leave the house without doing her makeup. Now I just can't leave without my eyebrows because y'all think I look like a cancer patient. So anyways, we're on to Taurus. Unions are on your mind. Are you comfortable in your unions? Or are you creating comfort for others, or others creating comfort for you just to be together? Are you getting lazy? Are you what's going on? Are you giving too much and not getting a lot in return? Are you growing and thriving, or are you growing apart? I mean, all of these different relationship ideas are coming up. So unions of all kinds, they require work, dedication, and basically, a contractual agreement almost, and a bit of I'm going to do this, you're going to do that. We know how we will come together in the middle. It's teamwork, respect, love, honor. All of this is required, and if it comes together right, if it does work out and harmoniously come together, these unions and relationships of all kinds can withstand time, distance, fights, arguments, all of these little changes if you're growing in the same direction together. But we're not all going in the same direction. So I've been seeing a lot of clients like falling away from some people from the past. That's okay. That's healthy. Like I said, let go so you can hold on to more. Let go so that you can receive new people that are healthy for you. If you don't have the right people in your crew, you're never going to level up. You can't blast off without the right pit crew. So, or the cockpit or whatever the fuck. I don't know I don't drive. Why am I even talking about stuff that flies? Anyways, celebrate your unions that are healthy and harmonious, though, or look at unions around you that are healthy and harmonious, like family, your parents, if that's one, your grandparents. Some of these older generations have them, but look to these unions and see, or ask even, how did you stay together? How did you do it? And see, it takes work. It takes commitment, love, understanding, yielding, communication, all of this. So give thanks for your healthy and thriving unions, and then also give thanks for those unions that are no longer serving you, because almost in a way it is a sign of growth. So don't look at it like it's a bad thing, and let go of those people that are depleting you. It's not necessary to hold on to unions that are no longer serving you. These aren't contracts that are literal, so you can let go. Gemini, you can't seem to decide. I don't know, this idea of two decisions, two choices have to come up, have come up, and or it's like two people you have to pick sides on. I don't know what to make of it, but you don't want to take sides, and you just sort of you just want to sort of stay in the middle, and you can't do that because literally there's nothing in the middle. You got to go one way or the other. Are you being impartial, or are you afraid to speak up, or and choose? Like, are you afraid that you're going to let this person go or that person go, or this or that, or whatever it may be? Are you avoiding your feelings and afraid to express your beliefs by choosing? So you're afraid to come out by choosing which way you're going to go, which side you're going to go. But by denying yourself this choice, in a way we'll call it, or this this truth. By denying yourself this truth, which is the choice you had to make, you're creating further work down the road because you're going to go down the wrong road, whether it be somewhere in the middle or to the wrong direction entirely because you're afraid to go this other way. You really might need to just take that other direction that you're afraid of and just see what's on the other side of fear. Your fears don't get smaller over time. No, they don't. They get bigger, and that's due to our inner conditioning of our mind that just makes a mountain out of a molehill after a while. So what was something small initially, like let's just say jumping into a cold pool, you put your toe in, you feel how cold it is, you put your legs in. 25 minutes later, you're still not in a goddamn pool and everybody else is enjoying themselves telling you it's like you can't jump into a pool, you can't get cold for a minute, and that fear is that silly. It's just that silly. So take action now. Start making some choices, whether it's just ordering food or buying something and you have trouble doing that. I don't care what it is, but start making some choices and co-creating with great spirit, because it seems like you're not getting what you want because you're taking a back seat and riding the fence way too often. You really need to make a clear cut decision about what you want in the future you want for your life. Cancer. So your security, your platform or foundation, whatever it is, your comfort is on your mind, and you might feel weak or vulnerable. So we know you love your comfort, and you could want more stability, and you're ready to settle down and create more of a routine. But I don't know. I guess maybe some of the components you're not so 100% sure of. But why do you feel threatened or vulnerable or weak? Why do you feel lack or without? So this is something you can journal about. Maybe, did you say or do something that got you worried or in a position to worry? Have you hurt someone, or are you hurt in an unhealthy situation? Either way, you definitely need to do what you can do to take your power back now, not later, because again, with fear, when we keep giving our power away, it becomes harder and harder to take back. So say no, set up boundaries, create your own security, do what you can to relieve yourself of this worry and fear that you have, because it's not going to get smaller on its own. Either way, you definitely need to do whatever it is you can do to get out of any abusive relationships you might be in with friends, family, partners. Take your power back in that sort of way. You need to set up or get a plan of action together. The help that you need in line, I'm here. Reach out. I don't know what I can do, but I can just fucking, if I need a wham bam slam somebody, I will. Okay. Your happiness and safety are huge to me. So anyways, if you're abusing or hurting somebody, I might have to wham bam and slam you, ma'am. No, I don't believe in violence against violence, but I'm just here to say that if somebody is in their power, it does not involve abuse over another or power over another. So if you're in a situation where you feel powerless, or where you feel you have to have power over another person, you need to get things in check and get help, or get some help, whatever it may be. Stop taking advantage of others. Stop letting others take advantage of yourself. You need to realize what you're doing and change your way. Say no, or get help, or stop being the one that's doing this manipulation and victimization and guilt, or actual physical abuse on another person, whatever it is. I don't know what's going on. I'm not, marital court or anything like that. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I'm here to say if something is going on, you need to correct it. It's not going to fix itself. No. So Leo, this was refreshing, because I was like, Leo and I are always having some issues. Not that I have issues with Leos. I think y'all have some issues a little bit. But don't we all? Anyways, you're ready for more, bigger, bolder future. You're making goals and killing them. You have some plans you want to achieve. Things are being put into play. You're definitely taking action and slaying. You are in a position where you can get ready to launch some dreams and bring them to life. I don't know what these dreams entail, like what you're excited or trying to do. I'm excited for you for sure. There may be hopes for some travel and exploring. Dreams from your youth might be surfacing. Whatever it is, you're definitely trying to make it a reality again, and I'm excited that you're you're reborn in a way. I love it. So you could be stepping away from a past that has you feeling shame or even guilt, but you need to step into your future with this consciousness that you deserve this. Like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, you can't let your past define you anymore. You deserve this, good or bad. So enjoy it, or work through it. You've done a lot. You're facing a lot of growth and expansion, and it's going to come whether you want it to or not. So you've either been working with it, towards it, with great universe and Jupiter and Saturn, and working towards this working through your fears and all of this stuff that you got to do, and you're ready for this growth and expansion, or you're like feeling pulled at the seams, like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this shedding and worried. Okay. So hit me up. I don't know. Those of you that are worried, that's what a Vedic reading would help bring clarity for. Chakra reading, whatever. Everything's on sale, by the way, 50% off. So I didn't even say that. Or maybe I did in the beginning of the reading. I don't know. But this water's like staring at me. Oh my God, I love lemon water. Actually, I think that's lime. Lemon. Anyways, there's Virgo. There's balance and harmony coming up for you. A little bit or a lot of bit of recognition too, more equality, like so balance and fairness within your relationships. And it's like you've worked hard for this though, and you really deserve it. I'm not thinking it's something that is like unbeknownst to you. Like it's something you've been working towards. So you can expect to have a few wishes granted or hopes and dreams fulfilled real soon. I'm just definitely seeing you put in the work, you're going to get the rewards and the returns. So you can almost see it all coming together. You're in a zen, like I feel zen and bliss when I did this. It's definitely on the horizon if it isn't here at the moment. You can even imagine more and dream more and see more for yourself. You're just almost like you have more wonder in your eye and excitement in your eye. So, anyways, where you're enjoying the good life, do be, or excuse me, while I can't even read my own handwriting because it's like if you could read this, good luck, but I can do it. It's automatic writing. I can just sort of remember it. While you're enjoying the good life, do be sure though not to overdo it. Don't overindulge. Don't over brag or promote your like or you are because you can fall pretty easily. Also give back if you're that high up. If you're in a position to do more and be more, by all means share what you've got and it'll be returned to you. Okay. And Libra is all about that unity and balance and sharing and everything. So we're on to Libra. There's a bit of uncertainty in your life right now. You may want more clarity, and sure, you're asking everybody and looking into everything, but you're not getting much out of anyone or anything. Perhaps they don't have actually the answers, or maybe they don't they can't tell you what you want to hear. It's almost like they're telling you, but you aren't hearing what you want. So, or it may be something you've got to face and answer on your own. Like there is no real answer. You've got to decide, and you're one to ride the fence. Let me tell you, it's time you start picking some sides. You can see things so clearly, both sides, but you can almost see things too clearly for both sides that you can sympathize with both of them. So that's hard, and you've got to start making some choices yourself. You need to start taking control of your life and stop letting others decide for you. Create more structure in your life, have more control over your finances, and really start taking action when it comes to your life, your future, and the big choices that you have to make. Either be involved in them or make them. Stop letting others make them for you. If you want more power, spirit needs to see that you're capable of handling it. If you can't handle these little decisions or these decisions for yourself, how are you going to handle decisions for other people? Doesn't seem like a good idea. Anyways, Scorpio, I love me some Scorpio. Little pincher. Or three, or stinger, and two pinchers. Anyway, things are looking quite promising. You're aligning with your higher self and it's paying off big time. But if you're not doing not like aligning with your higher self, it's like spiraling out of control big time. So it goes either way with these readings. You're either doing the work and this is where you're going, or you're going in the opposite direction. You definitely need to continue vibrating at the level that you are and really believe you're capable of having this as your normal. So don't think this is the fluke. Don't think that this isn't something you deserve. really think this is my new normal. Be optimistic. You can have this much happiness, joy, and peace in your life. You can have health, wealth, and vitality too. You can't, there's nobody saying you can't have it all. There's nobody saying you can only have one or the other. No way. It's definitely your divine birthright to be fulfilled mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, all of it. You can have it all so long as you're willing to work on it all. So explore your world and the wonderful joy you've created for yourself. As long as you've done that for yourself. If you haven't, get your shit together. Sorry. Anyway, I got some great like keef. I'm addicted to smoking it. It's like a little crack almost on my weed. It's so good. Anyways, Sagittarius, you're always down for an adventure, and lately you're ready to take risks and try something new. So, this is almost like fuel for you, I'm sensing, and it's getting your mind going, the creative juices flowing, and you're inspired again. And you're having like those innovative ideas again. You're ready to help and collaborate again. You could be giving, the impression that you're ready to commit, but you're also ready to go on a trip. You're like here and there and everywhere. So it's part of the new you though, this inspired vision that you might have. You're ready to shed one way of life and step into a new identity. So maybe you are ready to kind of commit in some areas and still do what you do best, which is like not commit. You have lots of ideas for the future though. You just really need to keep this energy going by journaling and creating like a vision board and get a bit more concrete about what it is that you truly want, because you cannot just keep thinking it and dreaming it. You've got to start taking action and get more grounded and bring it to life in a way. Capricorn, seems like you're in defense mode. I don't know what's up, but your intentions seem pretty pure, but you have your defense up, and you're also all about nesting and protecting. So maybe you're just really into nurturing others right now. You could be defensive, and watchful over them, and that has you on guard. I don't know what it is. You're gathering resources though to create a more comfortable space for yourself. This could be at work, at home, wherever it may be. Maybe you're even going to give birth soon. I don't know, like literally or to an idea, and you're ready to prepare for the space. You're definitely an earthy child, and your health comes from being down to earth. So make sure you're not like all over the place and losing sight of your real needs, like which is downtime and grounding. So anyways, be open to receiving from great spirit too, and that's probably going to happen outside, and that's going to happen in a state of comfortable neutrality where you're not here, like you can be vibrating higher, but you don't want to be low vibrationally. So if you're exhausted and spent out, spirit's going to have a time, like a harder time giving to you. So ground down and do what you do best. Like for me, water. Like I'm a Cancer, Pisces, and then like Gemini and Vedic and stuff. But my Cancers and Pisces and all that stuff love water. So if I can't be around water, which are like my ideal is not the ocean, it's like a stream or in the woods, water like lakes and little babbling brooks and everything. Water itself is in beverages in general. Like I'm a three beverage girl. Like I don't even know where my other cup is, but beverages, beverages, beverages for me. But anyhow, you're in defense mode. If so, you need to get into a better vibrational pattern. So it's okay to protect others, but you don't have to do it so powerfully. If you're feeling off or out of your element, you definitely need to ground down in nature. And if you're working on your fertility, or if you're with child, as I said, you could be creating more of a sanctuary or space to birth this human out your hoo-ha, or an idea out your mind and manifest it. I don't know why y'all follow me anymore, but I'm so glad you do. Aquarius. I love you, Aquarius Nation. Or, right? I don't know, but I love you. KB, whatever. Anyways, so Aquarius, you're on the other hand totally trying to nurture your hopes and dreams and creation. So it's probably not a child, but it's a vision, a thought, whatever. And you're like a mother to your projects though. So you're ready to send them off out into the world. So you're ready to birth them and expand enough to see them come to fruition and grow. So you though also ties to your mother, though, if you're having fertility issues or mother wounds that you're working on, this idea of a mother is coming up too for you. So be sure to love and nurture yourself enough to know that you're here to live your own life and not a life for others or meet their expectations. Just focus on your hopes and dreams, birthing those, and don't focus on what you didn't do for your family or your friends or whatever it may be. So connecting with your favorite empowering tools right now would really help. So those crystals, those modalities that you like, whatever it might be, to help you get those last pushes to birth this creative idea that you might have. And get ready to heal and nurture a new batch of seeds again. So all these creative ideas are going to be put out there, and the world really needs your vision. So don't give up on us. I keep saying that. I think I even said that in the new moon report. And this, oh, fuck, I was almost under 40 minutes. Can y'all believe it? Anyhow, Pisces. We're on to Pisces. Money is on your mind, and your mind is on your money. Making schemes or dreams a reality. What are you doing? What kind of hustle are you doing? Is it good or bad? Is it in line with the divine? Is it authentic? Is it good money, bad money? What's going? Is it easy come, easy go? Money is on the mind here. You want to be successful, but are you being practical? Are you being sensible? Are you in it for the right reasons? Has ego stepped in, making you a bit more materialistic, or do things in a non-fair way or non-reputable way? Whatever you're doing, are you being stubborn, wasting your time and money and resources on something that will never work? So what's going on with how you make your money? Are you doing it in a fair and honest way? Are you doing it in a deceitful way? Are you happy about it? Are you feeling it's coming in, or are you wasting your money trying to make money? Yeah, we got to use a little money to make some money, but we can't run ourselves dry trying to make some fucking money. Conserve your energy, cut your losses, or boss up and get in there and do things right. So if you believe in it and you're willing to waste your time, money, and energy, I won't say waste, but willing to expend it, get busy. You need to lead with your heart and, you know, have a sharp mind and the right energy to get in there and get this shit done. Stop also giving so much of your time, money, and energy away. You need to value yourself, your work, your time, your energy. So you might be in a different phase now with your business where you don't have to like sort of apprentice, or give so much away to clients. Scale back. Like, why are you giving all of this away? It's okay to be ambitious, but don't be afraid to ask for help. Or what you deserve for your work, or support for your work. Use caution though when it comes to business, because it's like you expect something to happen overnight. Those stories are great, but they're not the real, like, they're not reality, those successes. And we don't know the reality behind them. The 10 years that a person tried to sell out of their trunk, whatever this product may have been, or the investment into making it just right. So you need to invest in how you invest in your money and make money. Excuse me. You need to invest in the process and how you make your money, and make sure it's authentic, healthy, good, in line with your higher self. And this fucking hair, I'm so glad we were done with this reading. But anyhow, these things take time. Okay, anyways, I'm done with the reading for everybody, but I'm not done fucking with my hair. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for following me. The shop is 50% off. Readings, everything is in there. The deck is still on pre-order, so you get oil, Palo Santo, and selenite with the guidebook and deck. And then once it goes off pre-order, you only get the Palo Santo and selenite. So get excited. I'm excited to launch it. It looks like it's going to be August, the beginning of August. So just be patient. I love you guys. Thank you for watching.